I'll be honest with you, I did want to do this during the daytime when I didn't have to use the lights because I want to, make sure I'm not getting any glare, but I just don't have very many opportunities during the daytime. That's just the way it is. And also, I guess I kind of wanted to give you, just to get you an overview and also an idea of like what I get to see all the time, you know what I mean? And not just these like static things. So I'll try to be a bit slow with my camera or whatever. But yeah, just, to get I don't know, maybe get a bit more of an overview or whatever and so on and so forth. And I'm not going to fiddle with the zoom. One thing I was noticing actually when I was watching my videos afterwards, it seems the natural zoom or I don't know, the natural setting or whatever seems to already bring in a lot of things into focus, which I didn't think it was going to be. So I think a lots of times, and it's cutting out a lot of the field of view. And I didn't expect that. So anyways, I'm going to just kind of talk and hope to God that whatever I'm seeing in the camera angle thingamajig is not, not all over the place and it's actually showing, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, hopefully this gives you somewhat a bit more of an overview of, you know what I mean, rather than just all the time just talking about one shot at whatever. Yeah, I did lower the light over here because this light on the right hand side, just I'm hoping that it'll get rid of some of the glare. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, and so there we go. Like I said, we're doing the Germans right now, and I think I've decided to go like for it's not a 180, but I'm sorry, I hope to God the glare's not going to drive you nuts, but I need it actually for my eyeballs. There we go. And I also need to get my freaking reading glasses, which sucks. But welcome to getting old, right? The only thing I'm trying to make sure is that part of my secret weapon for playing against Ken is in this room, and I'm like, okay, I don't want that freaking displayed on the camera. That would suck. Even though it seems like I'm a big blabbermouth about mentioning secret weapons all the time, I'm like, Jesus, will you just shut up? So what I'm going to do now is, I guess when I was looking at it here, and I was just getting all flustered of trying to figure out what in the world I was going to do with all this stuff. It just to me felt a lot of times like I had, for the Germans, supply points and headquarters and everything kind of like in the wrong place especially after the Russians have decided to make this massive withdrawal here. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Because yeah, like I was saying, I wanted to make sure there was going to be a concerted effort to get them like a massive push. I wanted them out quick. And here I've got the 8th, I've got Hindenburg here, 10 supply points, 2 core HQs. I just feel like things are kind of just disjointed. And so like what I was mentioning, I think in one of the previous posts, actually I'm going to get rid of my reading glasses now for a little bit, is the massive attack in November. And so what I'm going to start doing now, as well as like I was saying about I'm serious, man, I honestly believe if I can, remember, right now they're starved, they have no supply points, the Russians, I know that for a fact, and they're having difficulties getting anything in. As we know, there's supply points and replacement points. They had to reroute that were going towards Vilna, remember, and to go there, the replacement units. So they've got replacement units and a ton of supply points sitting there. Supply points basically for a month. Have not been able to get to the front because of this cavalry been driving them crazy. And when I started realizing that, okay, I wanted to do a massive attack in November for the Germans here, and I was disjointed with what was going on here, I decided, okay, we're going to spend a heck of a lot of energy before November getting things ready to isolate these buggers. While that happens, I'm going to continue making sure they cannot get those flippin' supply points and reinforcements to the front. I don't know how I'm going to do it exactly, but it's not going to happen. If that's okay, the next thing I'm going to try to do is for this to work, is the way I'm looking at it. This has got to go bye-bye. I need to cut every freaking son of a bee off, is what I'm trying to do. If I can do that, as well as the second thing I want to try to do is maybe it's a bit stupid, but I'm going to try it, is I'm going to telegraph the living dickens out of what I'm going to do. Not the isolation. Well, actually, they're going to already know. But I'm going to tell them, if I had a freaking trumpet fanfare, I'm going to tell the Russians, everybody, that I'm sending as many freaking Germans as I can to the Prego River front. I'm also sending right now, well, not right now, but you know what I mean. I'm going to send the 8th Army HQ. Sorry, not looking again. I'm looking just entirely at the map. I'm going to send the H Army HQ. Like, it may look weird to everybody. Like, what in the world? You just send them all the way back from, here in one turn, and now, 4 days later you're sending them back. Yep, I'm sending Hindenburg up towards the Prego River front. I'm sending the remainder, not these guys. They're on there. Remember, they're part of Jeff. Going towards. Oh darn it! I should have read Ken's. I've read Ked's comment 3 times, but I can't remember. God, I'm terrible. I have to do this. Loads. Oh, forget it. Sorry, Ken. I'll go and look it up again. Anyways, I want to telegraph, because the reason being is two. One, I want the Russians to know that they better start doing something about that. So I'm hoping that's going to take potential pressure off my Warsaw front and this here, and maybe the Austrians, whatever. Because I'm a bit worried, because I'm going to start. Remember, I've got no core HQs. I got nothing here. So basically, yeah, you could say I've got 18 strength points here, 18 strength points there, chopped in half, because that's basically what it is. I can't supply them right now. So what I'm trying to say is, I've got, yet again with this disjointed bits, I need the Russians to go towards the jointed bits, but guess what? They can't. Or they're going to have an extremely hard time because of the restrictive lines of communication that I've imposed on them, which I think is awesome. So if I can do that, I honestly believe that there's an excellent possibility that the Germans can wipe out this entire chunk. Maybe the first or second turn in November. That's the way I'm looking at it. And keep things mellow here. Like I said, the Russians seem to be accommodating, and hopefully with the pressure of what I'm doing up front with the Prego River and with this and with Jeff. Anyways, I just think, yeah, I was mentioning way back when that I thought Germany was looking good for October. I'm like, yeah, you just keep on rolling into November, I think, too. That's it. I can't think of anything else. Probably a zillion other things I can think of trying to talk about after I hit the freaking stop button. But that's the way it goes. Hopefully this wasn't too, I'll do another whatever. Well, maybe I'll try to show you my 3-legged cat quickly. My tailless 3-legged cat. If you'll let you. There he goes. Anyways, that's another story. So here we go. I'll try to get rid of the glare. Maybe that's what I'll do. Actually, you know what? I'll just like really go low. How's that? Maybe that'll help. Or maybe I'll turn it off completely and just use the ambient light. Let's see if that works. I don't know. And maybe I'll get a bit more in there. Man, oh man, this has been yeah, there's been some days where, actually I was talking to a friend of mine last Sunday, and she was mentioning this book, this huge book she's reading, and she was just getting irked that other things were getting in her way because she wanted to go back to the book, and I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. I know what you're talking about. So, yeah, here's that deceiving thing. I love this. where it looks like, oh boy, the Austrians are just so good shape. And it's like, no, 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 no. But, my God, what a game. Okay, that's enough of that.